I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. But you're responding to me.
Yes, I'm walking somewhere.
Right, okay. Well, you just seen us. Just stop.
No, I've got to be somewhere, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but do you see where we're coming from? Because you've seen us, you've turned around and you've walked away.
No, I've gone the wrong way.
You've gone the wrong way? Right, okay. Where have you got to go?
That's none of your business, my friend.
I'm just talking to you, mate. Just talking to you. What's your name, mate?
Sorry?
What's your name?
I can't hear you.
What's your name?
Why?
I'm just wondering.
I can't tell you.
Right, no worries, mate. Have a nice day.
Alright.
Have a nice day. Pardon?
Just say I gone the wrong way, you know.
Right, okay. Right, do you understand why?
Are you looking for somewhere what we can help you with?
No, thank you, no.
Do you see though why we've come round here? It's just because obviously when you've gone round the corner you've seen us and it's like you've walked in the hole.
No, basically what it is, I went down that street and I realised I'm in the wrong road.
Right, okay.
Yes.
What road is it you're looking for?
I can't tell you.
Why?
It's private.
Right, listen mate, so because of obviously your demeanour and the way that you've turned around the corner, it's almost like you're trying to avoid us.
No, definitely not, I'm not running.
I know, but from me it looks like you're trying to avoid us, alright?
Really?
It did do, yeah.
No, definitely not.
So look, that's my grounds. So under section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, I'm going to detain you for the purpose of search. Alright, it's a high drug use area. Obviously you've seen us, you look like you're actively trying to avoid us.
The video starts off looking like a routine stop, but the mood shifts almost instantly. The man calmly explains that he just made a wrong turn, nothing more. Despite that, the officers begin pressing him about his actions, where he's going, who he is, asking for details he chooses not to share, asserting his right to keep that information private. His tone stays steady, but the officers don't take it that way. Instead, they treat his behavior as questionable, suggesting his turn might not have been so innocent. What should have been a simple mistake starts getting painted as something deliberate. From that moment on, it's clear both sides are seeing completely different versions of the same situation. To him, it's a minor error. To them, it's suspicious conduct. That disconnect lays the groundwork for everything that unfolds next.
I misheard that. You're gonna what? Sorry.
Alright. So my name's PC Cliff.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm based at Blackpool Police Station.
Yeah.
So my grounds for this search under section.
Oh, you're gonna search me?
Yeah, under section.
Really?
23, yeah.
Really?
Just hear me out.
I'm going to explain to you
Just
why.
hear me out because I'm going to explain to you. Alright.
Yeah.
So my grounds are when we walk round that corner.
Yeah.
You've seen us and then you've turned around and you've walked back in the whole complete opposite direction.
Okay,
Which
yes.
is a bit suspicious.
Yes.
It's a high drug use area. Alright. So that's the reason.
No worries, I have to film this then, my friend.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. You can film me all you want.
So basically, you're pulling me up for you're searching me for misuse of drugs.
So
Act.
Section 23 Misuse of Drugs Act search. Yeah.
Yes.
So the reason why, as I said, is obviously because I've already told you this 3 times now.
Yes.
You've seen us. You've turned around. You've gone the whole opposite way. I've tried to interact with you, and you've carried on walking.
I couldn't hear you. I said I can't hear you.
Yeah, I know. But when we've come closest, when my colleagues asked you, you said you've turned around the wrong street. We've asked you what street it is, and you said you can't remember. So obviously that gives me grounds to believe that you might be carrying controlled substances on you.
Oh,
that's fair.
Yeah, but what drugs though? You're going around the drugs route.
Yeah, I am, because it's a high drug use area. Okay.
So you just because I've gone down the wrong street, you're saying that I might be carrying drugs?
No, not just that. It's the whole demeanour. All right.
What?
So
I look chill, right?
That gives me grounds to search you. Can you just put your phone down, take your hands out your pocket, mate? You're not in any trouble, all right?
No, but I don't, because so basically the grounds are just because I turn down the street, turn around, you're searching me for drugs.
And your demeanour with
What's the demeanour though?
It's like you don't want to.
The situation intensifies the moment officers invoke Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act. They inform him he's being detained for a search, pointing to the area's reputation for drug activity and claiming his actions match their level of suspicion. You can see his frustration rise as he questions how simply taking a wrong turn could be linked to anything criminal. His choice not to share where he's headed or provide personal details only deepens their concern. The officers stand firm, insisting they're acting within their legal authority, while he continues to push back on their logic. At this point, the encounter shifts completely. It's no longer about a wrong direction, but about the clash between individual rights and police suspicion. The imbalance of power becomes obvious as he realizes his freedom is now limited based purely on how his behavior is being interpreted. The clip underscores just how fast a routine moment can turn into a detention when discretion takes over.
I don't have to, though, right?
No, you don't have to at all. But you're actively trying to avoid us. You've seen.
No, I didn't actually, because I told you why I turn around. I've gone down the wrong street, right?
I know, but then when
it's a dead end, right? Is that a dead end?
Listen, listen,
mate. Don't give it that.
You're not
right. Let's go back to basics. What's your call number?
5379.
And where are you based?
I've done Go Wiser with.
Where are you based?
So my name is PC 5379 Cliff. I'm based at Blackpool Police Station.
Yes.
All right. I've given my grounds to search 3 times now.
And you've said just because I went down the street and turned around when I seen you, that's grounds for a drug search.
Not just that. We're going in circles now.
We're not going in circles. I want to establish these grounds.
I'm going to search.
Oh, you can search.
Have you got anything on you?
Nothing, honestly. I can tell you, I've no sharps, no nothing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So let's say you're entitled to a copy of the search record now or within the next 3 months from the station. Right.
Can you give me a copy of the search today?
Sorry?
Can you give me a copy of the search today?
By all means, I think I've got a printer in my car. So, yeah. Well, you can go to the station, it'll be ready for you.
I don't do drugs, my friend.
I know, that's fine, mate.
These rounds seem funny just for turning down the street and then realising...
Just because it's quite a high profile area here for drug using and...
I don't take drugs,
I'm not
honest.
saying you are, but we're just saying because...
I don't accept...
I'm going to put these on the floor so I don't... Tell you what, I'll put them back.
Yeah, but I don't expect to be turned over just because the area is that way.
No, I know, but because it's a high crime drug area and they do quite a lot of drug dealing in this area,
yeah.
We've seen you, you've seen us, you've actively turned away from us, we've tried to stop you 3 times and you carried on walking in.
No, I said I can't hear you.
Which is fair enough, but we shouted you several times. If you've not got anything on you, that's absolutely fine.
The officer goes over his justification again, now for the 3rd time, citing the man's demeanor, the sudden change in direction, and his refusal to engage with questions. This time, the man pushes back more firmly, making it clear he's under no obligation to speak, and that staying silent shouldn't be twisted into an admission of guilt. There's frustration in his voice, but he remains composed, stressing that suspicion, without real evidence, doesn't hold much weight. The officer, on the other hand, leans into the idea of public safety, arguing that areas known for higher crime demand a more proactive approach. What unfolds is a familiar deadlock. Limited flexibility in what counts as reasonable suspicion versus a citizen standing firm on personal rights. They keep circling the same arguments, neither side giving an inch. It leaves the viewer questioning where the line really sits. Does suspicion justify action, or does it start to blur into profiling?
Well, I say you're not in any trouble.
No, but this search is going against my... Like, you just touched my buttock, right?
I'm searching you.
Yeah, but I don't want you to touch my buttock.
Have you got anything in your back pockets?
Nothing whatsoever. Right. I'd have emptied my pockets for you.
That's fine. Right, that search is negative.
Yeah.
Right, so you're now free to go.
Yeah.
So as I say, I can get a printer from my car if you want, and I'll give you a copy now.
Yeah, where's your car, my friend?
With parts company. Is it back up there? It's over that way, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'd like the search record, please.
That's fine.
Because, is there anything you put on the floor out of my pocket?
No, I've put all your change back in there,
the
just so it didn't get lost.
So basically, my friend, yeah, I walked down the street, I realised I'm walking into a dead end, yeah, and I've backtracked on myself, and I wanted to walk away back out of this estate.
It was twice. So I've already said my grounds already, but it was twice. So you've seen us the first time, I've said hi, and you've turned around. We've then seen you again coming around the corner. You've met eye contact with me, and then you've actively turned back round and started walking another way. All right.
So was it detained for that search?
Sorry. Then I told you that you were detained for the purpose of search.
So when's the detainment over?
Well, I've already told you that you're not.
I'm no longer detained. No. Okay. So right. Okay. I do like a copy of the search, my friend. Yeah.
Not a problem.
Because I don't think the grounds was right then what you just did.
That's fair enough. That's fair. I've told you my grounds.
Yeah, hey mate, you're very polite and all the rest of it.
No, it's fine.
And you're not put me in handcuffs.
You've know. Look, listen, you've been fine with me.
I'm not a dangerous person or anything like that. But basically, it was just I've gone down the wrong street. I'm looking out for somebody's car. I've realised I've gone down the wrong street.
The encounter takes a more uncomfortable turn once the physical search begins. The man repeatedly states he has nothing illegal on him, but clearly objects to the way the search is carried out, especially when the officer's hands move across his backside. He calls for transparency, asking for a copy of the search record, making it clear he expects accountability. Even with the intrusive nature of the situation, he keeps his composure, emphasizing that he's not a threat. The officer, however, presents a search as standard practice in high crime areas, describing it as routine procedure. The contrast couldn't be clearer. One person feels their boundaries have been crossed, while the other insists it's all part of protocol. This moment brings up a larger issue. Does labeling a place as high risk justify treating everyone in it like a suspect?
And that was it, my friend. You know.
No, that's fine. But obviously, from us, obviously we're on foot patrol. From where it looks, obviously you met eye contact with us twice, and each time you've walked in an opposite direction.
But I don't trust police, my friend, and you've given me a reason why I can't. Because basically, what that tells me is I can't change direction in the street without being detained and searched. But I don't take drugs. I can give you a drug test now, mate, and I can give you an hair follicle test.
No, I'm not saying you do take drugs.
No, but you just detained me for a drug search. Was it section 23?
Section 23, yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, basically, right, I don't take drugs. I definitely don't deal drugs. So therefore...
But I didn't say that you did.
No, but you must have had suspicion that you thought that I must have dabbled in two of them scenarios there to search me.
I believe you could have had drugs on you, yes.
But there was no grounds for that, my friend.
I've already told you.
There was no grounds? What, just for changing direction? That's not grounds, my friend.
So, no, just hear me out. So, obviously on the search record, it'll say everything, so everything I've already explained to you
Yeah.
will be on there. Alright, so, because I keep repeating it, like the grounds.
Yeah, but you don't feel that you have to keep repeating it. I don't want you to keep repeating yourself. But what I'm trying to say is this. If the grounds ain't met from the very beginning...
They were.
They wasn't. Not for misuse of drugs act. You could have stopped me and said, "Hey, it looks like you're evading my thingy." I stopped when you come and I so therefore, where's the drugs coming to that? There's no drugs in that, my friend.
Right, okay, look, you clearly don't agree with me, that's fine.
Well, you've no evidence.
It's on suspicion.
So if I suspect you of being like, let's just say...
Now the core argument takes center stage. The man insists there were no solid grounds for the search, just a simple change in direction, which is entirely lawful. He challenges the logic, asking how that alone could possibly be tied to drug suspicion. The officer counters by pointing to a combination of factors: his silence, what they interpret as avoidance, and the area itself. But the man doesn't back down. He keeps pressing for a clear, direct link to drugs, repeating, "That's not ground, my friend," to highlight what he sees as a weak justification. This moment sits at the heart of the clip, showing how loosely defined suspicion can be expanded to support a search. It's a direct collision between individual rights and police discretion, and you can feel the man's resolve as he stands firm against what he views as overreach.
What proof have I got of that? Just because...
I don't know what you're getting at, it's two totally different...
Because it's bizarre, isn't it? You get what I'm saying?
Are you willing to give me a name for the search record or not?
No, because I like to keep my anonymity, you know.
No, it's fine, mate. It's totally it's
quite bizarre, really, because basically, I'm coming to look out for a lift.
Pardon?
I've got a lift in that street.
I'm not stopping you from getting a lift.
No, but I need my search record before I can go.
That's fine. I'd say you can either have it now.
Can I ask you a question anyway?
Yeah, by all means.
What does the word discreet means?
What do you mean?
Discreet.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
Discreet.
Ask me discreet. Well, I don't. What's this got to do with anything?
No, I'm just asking you because my English isn't very good. You know, discreet.
Take your time. It's fine.
What does discreet mean?
So discreet means, well, discreet means just do something discreetly. Maybe.
An example of doing something discreetly was like, say, I'm using this as an example because it's the subject we've been on. So say if someone was to do a drug deal,
yeah,
and they openly handed you a bag with white powder in and didn't open where people could see, that wouldn't be discreetly. But to do that discreetly, if I just went to shake your hand and in that handshake
there was a drug deal. I get what you're saying. Right, so miss, I'm glad you've answered that because do you know on your uniform at the moment, you've got like a badge.
Yeah.
Can you see that one there?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as I see you...
The discussion then moves into language and discretion. The man asks the officer to explain what discreet means, noting that English isn't his strongest language. After clarified, he turns the argument back on them. pointing out that police badges and uniforms are highly visible rather than discreet in any sense. He argues that officers themselves don't fully align with the standard they're referencing, especially when strict expectations are placed on the public. The officer acknowledges the point but dismisses it, explaining that the uniform is part of official regulation. This exchange highlights the man's attempt to challenge inconsistencies in the reasoning being used against him. In his view, if certain rules can be flexible for police practice, it raises questions about why the public is held to rigid interpretations during stop and search encounters. It becomes a subtle but pointed reversal, shifting scrutiny back onto the justification being used.
The badge.
So that's not discreet, right?
No.
But you're
not supposed to be discreet though.
Yeah, but your uniform says that you should only wear that discreetly.
It doesn't.
It does?
No, because we've got our collar numbers and we've got police.
No, I'm on about the badge.
The badge.
So in Lancashire police uniform policy, it says it allows you to wear, like, say, a poppy or a thin blue line badge, but discreetly, right? So what I'm saying is, if I'm walking towards you now, the first thing that hits out to me is, I'll be honest, the knee bar touch and your blue line badge, and then your pink thingy, because everything else is black, right? Yeah. Do you know, rather than just say, oh, I'm going to look to a person's face, yeah? So if I'm walking towards you now, I've got 3 colours that are shouting out at me. First of the brightest one, knee ball light. Then the blue line, and then offside to your pink. Yeah? And that's the reason why I asked you, because basically your policy says that it should be discreet. And what we're finding is more and more officers are in your face. Yeah, now yours is smaller, it's got your badge number at the side. But some officers are wearing massive big badges, yeah?
What street was that on?
It was Spencer Court.
Yeah. Are you from Blackpool yourself?
No.
Have you had a good day today?
It's
not been as good as normal. I mean,
it's been warm though, hasn't it?
Last few days.
Yeah, it's been very warm, you know.
Yeah, just
The discussion continues as the man focuses again on uniform insignia, pointing out that symbols like thin blue line, patches are not discreet at all and tend to stand out rather than blend in. He argues that officers are meant to present themselves in a restrained, professional way, yet in practice many of these elements are made highly visible. For him, this reflects a broader imbalance. Rules and expectations appear strict when applied to the public, but far more flexible when it comes to those enforcing them. The officer attempts to stay composed and professional, but the man's criticism still comes through clearly. What begins as a conversation about badges gradually turns into a wider question of accountability. It's no longer just about uniform details, but about consistency, trust, and perception of fairness. The segment highlights how even small visual choices can feed into larger concerns about double standards and public confidence in authority.
Yeah, it's got shelter, it's got food and water.
Has it? Yeah. But if someone chucked a bit of meat over with a bit of rat poison in that.
They're
nasty people out there, you know, they do that.
Cameras, so hopefully you'd like to think that.
No, but balaclava job.
Oh, well, no, that's true.
Do you know what someone did to my van? They popped my window. Balaclava on.
What, put your window through?
Yeah, with balaclava. The camera's caught it. How can I catch him?
Difficult, isn't it?
I can't say, hello police officer, I've got someone who brought my van window. What do they look like? Dressed all in black with balaclava on.
And that's the difficulty we have as well nowadays.
But I didn't report it. How many crimes go unreported because you can't give...
No, I know.
I'm not stupid enough to say, well, can you go and find him? No. What are you looking for? It's like a needle in a haystack, isn't it, right?
Yeah. That's it. It's difficult because the majority of people we get shouted up now on the radio what they're wearing, all black balaclava. The majority of young lads.
So can I ask you a question? Because he made this decision in regards. Do you agree with his decision in regards to?
I do, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
For drugs?
Yeah. Just
really?
Because
just because of the area?
That area. It's not just yourself. We stop a lot of people on there for the same reason. It's a high crime drug area, especially for exchange of drugs. People are actively avoiding us, walking away from us. It's just one of them. I mean, you're entitled to how you feel.
No, I get what you're saying. You're the police, and you know, like I say, I didn't get nasty or anything. And that's the reason why there was no need for handcuffs. I think he made the right decision. Yeah. That dog's always barking here. Yeah. Is it allowed to have a dog in the yard or not?
Yeah, it's a guard dog. Yeah, it's got shelter, it's got food and water.
Has it? Yeah. But if someone chucked a bit of meat over with a bit of rat poison in that.
I mean,
the nasty people out there, you know, they do that.
Cameras,
like.
So hopefully you'd like to think that.
No, but balaclava job.
Well, no, that's true.
Do you know what someone did to my van? They popped my window. Balaclava on.
What, put your window through?
Yeah, with balaclava. The camera's caught it. How can I catch him?
Difficult, isn't it?
I can't say, hello police officer, I've got someone who brought my van window. What do they look like? Dressed all in black with balaclava on.
And that's the difficulty we have as well nowadays.
I didn't report it. How many crimes go unreported because you can't give...
No, I know.
I'm not stupid enough to say, well, can you go and find him? What are you looking for? It's like a needle in a haystack, isn't it, right?
Yeah. That's it. It is difficult because the majority of people we get shouted up now on the radio what they're wearing, all black balaclava. The majority of young lads.
So can I ask you a question? Because he made this decision in regards. Do you agree with his decision in regards to?
I do, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
For drugs?
Yeah. Just
really?
Because
just because of the area?
That area. It's not just yourself. We stop a lot of people on there for the same reason. It's a high crime drug area, especially for exchange of drugs. People are actively avoiding us, walking away from us. It's just one of them. I mean, you're entitled to how you feel.
No, I get what you're saying. You're the police, and you know, like I say, I didn't get nasty or anything. And that's the reason why there was no need for handcuffs. I think he made the right decision.
The tone shifts slightly as the conversation moves toward community and crime. The man explains that most people in the area are hardworking and don't want drugs in their community either. He argues that applying blanket suspicion to everyone erodes trust, because not every individual should be treated as if they're involved in wrongdoing. The officers respond by stating their focus is on high crime locations rather than targeting specific individuals. The man acknowledges the broader concern, but maintains that encounters like this still damage public relationships and confidence in policing. There's a brief moment where both sides seem to recognize the other's perspective, even if they don't fully agree on it. The discussion becomes less heated and more reflective, giving a clearer view of the underlying tension between enforcement strategy and community trust. In the end, the man reiterates that he remained calm throughout and suggests the situation never needed to escalate to handcuffs in the first place.
And it was calm.
You've been silent, haven't we?
You have, mate. Honestly, I can't fault your policing in regards to you know, your persona and the way you've been with me. But all I would say is, like, we're not all the same, mate. You know, like, end of the day, like, you know, like, think about how many working people are on that estate, who don't want that bullshit that they're living around, right?
Yeah, but I get that completely. So, but they also probably want us actively trying to find drug dealers.
They do.
People that are using drugs as well.
And it's to what extent. So let's say if you'd open my pockets and I had, like, say, an 8-inch pink dildo in my pocket, I'd be embarrassed by that. Now, do you know what I'm saying? Like, because no one knows what I'm up to in my spare time, right?
That's it, yeah.
You know what I mean? But imagine getting pulled up and you've got a pink dildo in your pocket and you've got nothing to do with drugs, right?
Yeah, no, I get that completely.
You get what I'm saying? You know for a fact, back at the station or back in car, you're having a good old giggle going, no way, can you believe what we pulled out of his pocket? I don't ask you to comment on that, but it's true. Yeah. I'd giggle the same thing. But people have got different fantasies and different pleasures and stuff. But I know for a fact if I were a copper and I'd pulled up random guy and he's got, like, let's just say a bit of lube, Durex and a sex toy in his pocket, I'd be like going, well, he's having a good time tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it'd be a laugh at his expense then, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? We all were.
A surprising shift occurs when the man introduces a more unexpected angle, bringing up the idea of personal and potentially embarrassing items being discovered during searches. He even uses humor, mentioning things like sex toys and lubricant to make his point more vivid. Behind the joke, though. The message is serious. Even when someone has done nothing wrong, a search can still expose deeply private aspect of their life in a way that feels humiliating. The officers respond with polite laughter, not engage with the example directly, but the point still lands. It highlights how intrusive searches can unintentionally cross into areas that have nothing to do with suspicion or crime, yet still affect a person's dignity. The man circles back to his main argument. Suspicion alone isn't enough justification for this level of intrusion. People, regardless of the situation, deserve a baseline of respect and privacy. This moment stands out because it mixes humor with a real concern, making the broader issue more relatable. It serves as a reminder that behind every legal process are real individuals, with private lives that can be exposed in ways that go far beyond the original intent of the stop.
Jazzy, I'm letting you know soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a minute. I'm just writing it all up and then I'll print it off for you.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Cliff, I have to put this to my solicitor because I don't see the grounds like you do, and therefore I might have to make a civil claim against us. You know, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's just this time I can't get back. You know.
No, don't worry.
Yeah.
Have you got a contact number for your person you were meeting?
Yeah.
So you can ring them and let them know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about 5'10".
5'11".
5'11".
Yeah. I wish I was 1 inch taller, because I was 6 foot. I'll put the wife's heels on.
Sorry, I've not used this machine before, so it's yeah, that's good. There we go, working. You got any plans tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna sink a few beers tonight.
Sink a few beers.
Yeah, I've had a good.
Like a Friday.
I've had a good result in court today, so.
Have you nice?
Yeah.
It does feel like a Friday though, I feel like.
Well, not me, but somebody else has some celebrating on their behalf, you know.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's fair, mate. There you go. So that's the search record. So obviously it's got the circumstance on there, the grounds and whatnot.
Section 23, Misuse of Drugs Act. No worries.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for being professional. Like I say, I just disagree with the grounds from the start. That's it.
No, that's fine.
You know,
have a good day. Try and enjoy the weather before it rains.
But is that? But would that be the same going forward for you guys anyway? Just do the same again?
Yeah.
Just by someone turning the wrong way?
No, it's more than that. Like I said, I've written it on there in the grounds. All right.
Yeah, but when you shout at me, I can't hear you. That's why I said I can't hear you.
And we've come closer and we've explained. But I'm not going to talk about.
No worries. Right, you give me the grounds anyway.
You have a good day, all right?
You too.
The final section brings the encounter to a close. The man obtains his search record, but makes it clear he may pursue a civil claim, arguing that the ground for the stop were flawed from beginning. The officers remain professional and polite, maintaining that their actions were justified based on location and the behavior they observed. There's no hostility at the end, but no real agreement either. For the man, the issue comes down to privacy, personal liberty, and a growing mistrust of how the situation was handled. For the officers, it remains a matter of suspicion, discretion, and proactive policing in areas they consider high risk. The contrast is stark. What one side views as profiling, the other sees as prevention and necessary vigilance. The clip concludes without resolution, leaving a lingering question for the viewer. At what point does proactive policing cross the line into an infringement on individual rights?